Well, I see the president of the $4.13 fan club is here.
Yay! Now that means this party can get started.
Welcome back to another episode of Across the Pond. I am Josh, the Vaping Jedi, and I'm joined by my lovely co-hosts, Angela Garrity, and this guy down here just somehow made it in. It's our wonderful friend Ad from the UK.
I thought he was from the Backstreet Boys.
All right.
Power grab.
Yeah. Just we don't have anything specific tonight. We're just kind of hanging out. I've got you may see tipsy Josh.
That's okay. It's your unbirthday. So
yesterday,
you have like the best birthday. New Year's Eve, dude.
Yeah, everybody's
celebrating.
Everybody. It's like it's Josh's day.
So I'm just gonna start with this big fuck off empty mug.
Woo! That's how you do it.
I don't know if you can see it. It's from an Oktoberfest that was held at Rock Bottom Brewery here in Mass. And tonight I'm going with a snake bite, and it is Stella mixed with a cider. Now, Adam told me this was half and half, but when you leave half a bottle of beer or anything, it just kind of gets warm and it's disgusting. So just gonna dump it all into one big fuck off mug and
smash it back.
See if I can get can I get this pour?
Mate, you do both together. If you're doing the whole lot.
Yeah. Just go for it.
I don't have that many hands.
You put the cup down and
this is going to be ridiculous. That's one pint.
You mean you're going to be ridiculous later?
Everybody wait for Josh to take his top off and start doing nipples.
Damn it, now I got a big ass head on this thing.
I was going to say, that's what you needed for your birthday, Josh.
Look at all that head.
Some pasties.
The trick is to get them going in opposite directions.
Yes.
What did Nick and Ruby used to say? You got to drink through the head like a man.
Like a man. Yep.
Well, guess what? I'm bitching out because that is way too much head. So I'm going to let that settle. Otherwise,
and suck it off the top. You'll be fine.
That's what she said. Just my coldest water bottle with a bunch of stickers. And as far as vapes, Baby Come Back by Sifu.
We've lost Angela.
There it is. Ether, Odin 100. And that is some Poolside by Jago. There it is. It's a Blue Raz apple cider.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Well, we got Mike drinking Jack straight from the bottle.
Hey.
Box with an SXK Orbit bridge.
Ooh, fancy.
This has got an extremely thick head on it.
Duchess is waiting for you, Josh.
After show.
Thank fuck I'm going to be in bed for that.
Oh my God.
It's good.
Oh, that's fucking dangerous.
You get 6 of them inside yourself, you'd be having a fight with a bin.
I'm glad I only bought 2 bottles.
They'll be gone.
Oh, this is it. This is all I bought.
Oh,
Oh, oh, oh.
you pairing it up? There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's happy, Larry, now.
That's good. That's good.
That's not going to last long. That's not going to last long at all.
Right.
Adam, what are you doing? What you got over there?
Sorry, I was in a world of my own then. I'm really
It's okay.
sorry. Oh, got something in my eye.
He's too busy waiting for this.
Oh. Get your tits out for the boys. We have the OG recoil with the Omni hit heavy hitter. We have the Ether Bridge on the Stormtrooper Abyss. We have the Molan on top of the billet box. And lastly, we have a pair that I'm trying out, which is at 28 aliens. So I'm trying to go down a bit on the TM25 on the Odin 250C. And drinking.
You got to try and find an eclipse cap for that TM24.
Did I say 25? I think I did say 25, didn't I?
You got to try and find an eclipse cap.
Yeah, I can
It
get
makes
one.
that RDA 10 times better.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I
the
know.
wee baby Seamus is joining us all the way from Mexico.
Oh, nice. There you go. He's singing his happy birthdays to you.
Oh.
Was that a song about? Is it Zach Brown band in Mexico? Toes in the water, arse in the sand.
Yep.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah. And to drink, fuck off water. No more coffee for me. I drank the same coffee for 5 hours and I've just been topping up with hot water. It wasn't very nice.
It's
You've
just
done the
hot
job.
brown water.
Yeah. Steamy mess. So Angela, what are you vaping and drinking on tonight? Anything fun?
I've just got some, like, what is this? Coffee, of course. It's just coffee.
I don't know what this is.
It's just coffee. And I pulled out my old dot mod. Like, I was like, ooh, I want to vape that. And this thing called Drunk Dragon, which, okay, disclaimer, if you love coconut, see if you can find this liquid. Coconut candy, graham cracker, Jamaican rum. It's awesome. And it goes wonderfully with coffee. Not usually something that I would like because it's more savory. It's not as sweet. It's nice.
How you getting on with your .aio?
I love it. You guys, from time to time, will hear my house's tiny terrorist barking in the background because he is full blown wanting to play 24/7.
That's good.
Yeah.
Has he gotten the fuck around and find out yet?
Yeah, he likes to try to bite everybody's toes. So we're breaking the no biting. And of course, the Great Dane is terrified of the puppy.
Really?
Oh yeah. He'll go and hide in the corner to get away from the puppy.
That's like David and Goliath right there.
Pretty much. And he is so spoiled, you guys. Like, he's got so many outfits now. It's ridiculous. Welcome to my midlife crisis. My dog has clothes. Yes, he does.
My mum done the same thing. I
It's
think
great.
our Basset Hound had a Parker jacket and a leather jacket and everything.
Well, I was looking at different, what do you call those? Like harnesses for him. I found one that's called Taco Tuesday, and I'm like, oh, he needs that, you know? And
we've got a couple of sweaters and a thunder jacket, but he wears a collar that has a bow tie on it.
nice.
So that's pretty much the 24/7 clothing. He's a Chippendale.
That's awesome.
I think my mum's Basset Hound used to wear pearls.
Oh,
She had her own
wow.
little pearls on.
That's really fancy. See, we're
Yeah,
not that
take that.
fancy.
Having take that dog for a walk, I got some kind of funny looks with like a sparkly pink collar on as well.
Well, I just found a teddy bear, like super kawaii outfit for him, and I think I'm gonna have to get it for for him.
You need to get him a little Ewok.
That's what he's going to look like. And you guys okay, so the last time we were on the show, I had just got him, right, for my birthday. This little dude, he talks like, you guys have ever seen the YouTube video with the dog Walter that just screams?
Possibly.
Oh
I know
God.
huskies have a
Frenchie.
tendency of talking.
Oh no, this is crazy sounds. He farts all the time. He snorts. He is a real life Pokemon. 100%. He's awesome.
Thank you, Duchess, for dropping all those fucking links into chat. Thank you very much. See them popping in. Yeah, so here we are. Happy birthday, Josh.
Happy birthday.
It's fucked up.
Oh, I know. It's been,
I was about to sing.
I know. What's up with that? You just got dissed.
He's like, no. So what have you been up to, Angela? Anything fun since the last time we was on?
Not really. I went and got my nails done. I was very Frozen inspired. So I was like, give me white with some a little bit of glitter. I'm like, that's cool. That's cool.
You got ones.
They were green before because I was like, I feel green this Christmas, and it's New Year's now. So I'm like, what's going on? We already lost Betty White.
Yeah, I heard that.
That was crazy. She was supposed to have her big old 100th birthday party in a couple of weeks.
It was so weird.
Didn't make it.
On BBC News, throughout the day yesterday, they do a review of the year, and it was all the people that have died. There was fuck tons of people that have died, loads.
So we play this very sick game at our house. You guys, forgive me. This is a very sick game. We call it the Deadpool list, and we take bets in the house on which celebrities are going to die in the upcoming year. So you have to call it before the new year. And I shit you not, Nick called Betty White for 2020.
Really?
I'm like, it's your fault that she died.
That's a mental. So, do you guys? Here's a question. I was talking to the missus about it the other day. Do you guys make New Year's resolutions?
I used to. But
I used to when I was a smoker.
Right? Exactly.
I'm going to quit smoking. January 1st.
I'm going to do a lot of things January 1st, and I don't wind up doing it.
It's like, I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to go for a run. That literally was always the set three.
And that's part of the issue.
For the 10 minutes it takes me to run down to the corner store to pick up another pack. So there's the quit smoking and the run in one.
Yeah, in one. See, I came up with the idea with the missus that what we're going to do this year is each month we're going to put a $5 each into an envelope. And we're going to come up with 3 resolutions that are not to do with losing weight and shit like that. Just 3 things we want to get done in the year. And if we achieve it, we can either take the money or roll it over to the next year. So I want to I'd try and pull something else. I want to paint the house because it's always shit that you put off.
Right.
So it's just stupid stuff like that. So if we get to the end of the year and it's done, you get the money or roll it over to the next year. Just have a bit of fun with it. But nothing like I want to lose weight, I want to be healthy, none of that shit.
No, because
it's not worth it.
Well, that's part of the issue is I think people look at this list and they're like, oh, I've got to get all these things done. Pick one. Pick one. Because if not, you're really setting yourself up to fail. Yeah.
So we've just picked things that we keep saying we're going to do, but we fucking always push it off. So at least we do it. We get money at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's only $5 a month, which isn't a lot, but it's still like
a
decent
amount.
Yeah. Yeah. So
it's a lot for you, you cheap fuck.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys have like a word that you think, okay, hear me out. For the last couple of weeks, I've had this word that's just been kind of bebopping around in my head for the new year. So if you could like have a word of this year, what would it be? like, you don't have to answer. Like mine, I kept hearing was the word abundance. So I'm like, my word for 2022 is abundance. And I don't know what that means yet, but abundance. I have to say it. So that way we can come back and watch this at the end of 2022.
Fulfillment. Oh, at least we both picked an F. It's different ends of the scale. Yeah, I think for me, very much is probably fulfillment, because obviously having the little one now, the family is sort of complete, as to say. So it's that fulfilled feeling that I want to then take into next year.
Come on, you gotta start working on the 4 more.
He's like, nope.
No.
But
talk about losing weight.
He's not going to have any more kids, because right now his son has more hair on his head and a better beard than he'll ever have. So he doesn't want to have he doesn't want to have a chance of having another boy that will yet again shame him in the beard department.
Yeah. That's fucking spot on. He had more hair on his back than I had on my face. We shaved his head, so we got rid of all his hair for like religious reasons and that. And he looks like everyone says he looks like Casper.
Aww.
I would have gone with a mini Wilson Fisk, but
we had him. We had like a tartan thing around his neck. What they call them? Stop him dribbling and shit.
Oh, like a bib.
Yeah. And he looked like fucking something out of This Is England. You know, the old skinhead racist film.
Oh, my God.
Got a little racist.
Oh, my
like, you
God.
can't say that. He's a good laugh, though. But he's farting like a trooper. I didn't tell you. We went yesterday. Took the missus. She had some cash, so she went and bought some books. We're walking around Waterstones, which is our version of, like, I've lost it. Booker's? No. Barnes. You know,
Barnes and Noble?
The big bookshops.
Yeah, Barnes and Noble.
This little fucker farted so loudly. This little old lady turned around and looked at me and shook her head at me. I was like, it weren't fucking me, it's the kid.
That's right. Blame the baby.
Hey, that's part of the reason why we have kids. You start blaming shit on them.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, if I would have farted, I'd have openly said, yeah, sorry, that was me. But this kid was like, shit, sure. It's like, mate, what me? She's wetting herself. As well as that, I found the greatest book that made me laugh that I got told off because I burst out laughing. And I took a picture of it, and this old lady thought I was taking a picture of her, but I wasn't. So, see if I don't know if you can see this.
Just turn your brightness way down.
He doesn't know how to do that.
Even I can't even fucking see it now. It's called Dogger's Christmas. It's a kid's book.
Aww.
Okay.
Dogging.
We don't get it.
Oh, it's an English thing. Right? Dogging is when strangers meet up in a car park and have sex with each other. And if you do that, you're called a dogger. So I saw that and could not stop fucking laughing. Anybody else English in chat will understand it. But yeah, I saw that. I could not stop fucking laughing, trying to take a picture of it. This old lady's looking at me because she's standing behind the book and I'm trying not to wet myself while I'm taking
And it's a kid's book and they didn't, so they didn't realize what they were saying.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I could not stop laughing. Because I saw it and I was like, this is fucking brilliant.
That little old lady was probably a dogger then.
Yeah, probably. But the thing is, it's got a little picture. The picture is a kid that got a dog for Christmas.
Well, I was today years old when I learned what a dogger is. So thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, wait. I have one of these today-year-olds for you guys. You guys are not going to believe. You guys are going to be like, what the hell? Nick was yesterday years old when he realized that Rod Stewart was British. I'm like, wait a minute. What? He had no clue. He was like, oh my God. I didn't know.
Is he British?
Rod Stewart?
You didn't know Rod Stewart was British?
Where the hell? Yes.
Ow.
Really?
No, I didn't know.
Yes.
Tell Nick he's not on his own. I didn't fucking know.
Okay, well, I feel
Don't
like
tell
now
the
we get a
queen.
free pass from the Brit on the panel. That it's okay.
Speaking of the Brit on the panel, so I don't want to live in the United States anymore because everybody's just a bunch of fucking idiots. So if I make the move, do I need to bring tea as a peace offering?
No, we
Just
got
bring
plenty of
coffee.
it here.
Because
Yeah,
I'm
you
from
bring
Boston.
coffee.
Like,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that'll be quite funny.
You bring coffee because that's why Americans started drinking coffee.
I found out, talking about tea, Yorkshire tea isn't even from fucking Yorkshire.
You're like, wait a minute, I got ripped off.
It's fucking
Where's it from?
It's Indian tea.
Oh,
Tea's
really?
it's imported from India.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, they were a British colony, so.
but it's called Yorkshire tea made in Yorkshire. You're like, oh, okay, cool. But to be honest, I never really thought it could be a tea plantation in Yorkshire because I've never fucking been. But yeah, I thought that was a bit of a fucking rip-off.
The things we learn. Like maybe that's what we're doing. Maybe this is the year of learning.
We're breaking new ground here, you know that.
Yeah, totally.
Telling world secrets here.
Yeah. Oh. Well, the tribal says I'm a sick man.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Hugh Laurie's British.
How did you not know Hugh Laurie was British? How do people not know this?
I don't
But
know.
he does a fucking really good American accent though. I've got to give him that.
Watch fucking Stuart Little.
Never seen it.
The
I
very
didn't know the
first Stuart Little.
I didn't know the X-Files lady was English.
What?
The X-Files lady.
Dana.
What's her face?
Scully. That's just-
Jillian, whatever the fuck her name is.
Jillian. That's not Jillian Moore. Damn it. She's not British.
She's fucking British.
No way.
Yeah, because she was in an English like cop show, like talk about a year or two ago.
Josh is fact checking us.
I was like, she does a fucking really good English accent. I mean, mate was like, she's fucking English.
Gillian Anderson.
Gillian
Thank
Anderson,
you,
that's
Jimmy
it.
James.
Oh, and Tribal, fucking both at the same time.
I didn't know that.
She is an American actress.
Yeah.
I got fucked then. So she does a really good English accent then.
She grew up in London and Grand Rapids, Michigan.
That may
Wow,
be what
that's
it is, then.
random.
But she was born in Chicago.
That's why she can do a good English accent then.
But yeah, Hugh Laurie, that was easy. What's his face? The guy who plays is it Chase?
We should have a show. We should have a game called British or Nah. And we just hold up pictures of people and be like, is this person British or not? Maybe we'll do that. I'll remember that.
That's the one thing that does make me laugh, and it's always from like American celebrities and like Joe Biden. That if they've got some ancestor from the UK or Ireland, they like to put it into like nearly every conversation. Have you noticed? So, I've got Irish descendants. Well, I think I'm
a lot of people in the United States.
I don't say it every time I meet,
especially in the Northeast.
that really annoys me. It makes me laugh. So when Joe Biden come over, I think he said, "I've got Irish descendants" at least like 8 times every conversation.
Done.
Oh God!
Wow. Is it time for another one?
I don't have any more.
25 minutes in.
I'm still waiting for it to catch up. It hasn't yet. I think you lied to me.
You have a cut more than just fucking one, mate.
I'm not chasing it either. Fucking liar. All you got to do is smile. Wow, that's kind of fucked up.
He's seen these fucking gnashers. My little nephew's he's only for that. You're a vampire. I was like, okay, I'll take that.
The most honest people in the world, drunks and children.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's really amazing if we're going down the teeth route? We don't pay for our teeth. Well, I think the most we pay is like 90 quid if you have any sort of work done. But we've all got fucked teeth. Well, you guys pay. I think that's probably answered the question because you have to pay so
Thousands.
much to fix your teeth that you've got to keep them good.
So we've got dental insurance,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but even with dental insurance,
It only
it's like
covers
one of those.
preventative.
Yeah, you pay less for preventative, but if you've got to have a tooth out or a filling or any other sort of dental work, you're paying. The insurance is only going to pay a couple $100.
Yeah.
You
But
wind
we've
up
got-
spending thousands.
Yeah.
So we've got private dentists that charge through the fucking roof, and emergency dentists that I smashed a tooth, and it was literally only a bit in my mouth, and
Ugh.
fucking agony. And it was my wisdom tooth as well. And I had to go to an emergency one. I think they charged me $180 for the injections and pulling it out, which isn't a lot, really. I was in fucking agony. I've never felt pain like it.
Yeah, toothaches suck.
Mm.
I had my wisdom teeth taken out when I was 17. Worst Valentine's Day ever.
What happened?
I had to go to a surgeon, and they had to go in and surgically remove all. You ready for this? 5 of my wisdom teeth, not 4, 5. I had 5.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty gross
Had to
because
be
most
that-
of them
had-
were like gel.
You had to be extra, huh?
I guess so. It must be that damn Czechoslovakian gene,
Were they impacted or something?
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, my one back
I've
here.
got-
And that was like thousands of dollars with insurance. So it's crazy. Like you can't just let them grow in
Yeah.
because it's horrible, horrible pain.
I have mine.
See,
They came in no problem.
See,
So I'm gonna do what most English people do. We over here we have package dental care to like Turkey and Hungary, where I think it works out like $2,500. It includes your flights. They'll pick you up from the airport. You stay at a hotel. They'll take you to the dentist. You do all your work, and then you fly back, and it's all included.
oh wow, that sounds
So I
kind of
think-
fun.
Yeah, so I said to T next year I'm gonna go and get all mine done.
I would totally do that. Like you're going to Turkey. There's
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful parts, like beautiful country.
Yeah, I've been to Turkey once or twice. I love Turkey. It
Yeah.
was really nice.
I like turkey too.
You like eating it though. That's a different. Yeah, if you ever get to go to Turkey, you'll go to a place called Ishbela, which was
See,
really nice.
look at that. Tribal Buddha, 8 teeth removed, 4 wisdom, 4 molars, almost $10,000. And that's probably with insurance. It's crazy. And then when you got to get your kids in braces, I'm like, this is why my teeth are crooked. Because
Fuck. That is
growing
ridiculous.
up, couldn't afford it.
Do you want teeth or a car?
Exactly. I had to buy my own that too, which, that's cool.
Fucking, it's so expensive. It was like when we was all talking when T was pregnant and how much like Jay paid to have how much you guys paid to have children.
Oh, it's crazy.
I don't.
Because
I
you
don't
get
push
a
him back
bill.
in. Give me a couple more months.
You get a bill as the mom, and then the baby gets its own bill. Now imagine
Fuck,
if you had
really?
twins. Then each baby's getting its own bill from the hospital, and then mom is too. It's ridiculous. It's expensive to live. Excuse
Bloody
me.
Bless you.
Mountain cedar, aka juniper. Because it's Texas. Because it was 75 at noon, and now it's. Hold, please.
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
That's my Australian watch talking. What is it now? Oh, it's 34. It was.
I'm still not sure about
It was 70 at noon, and it is 34. Thanks, Seamus. The temperature dropped 40 degrees in like what 6 hours? That's nuts.
That's ridiculous.
It's actually colder here, I think, than in Massachusetts where Josh is.
It was 50 degrees earlier.
What is it now?
What my temperature is in yours.
Let's see.
I'm at 34, and it's
still
keep
50
dropping.
degrees.
Okay, so yep, it's colder here. Colder in Dallas than Massachusetts tonight. And we're going to keep going down to the 20s. Wind chills will be in the teens.
Wow.
We're not ready for this. Remember, we just had Snowvid last year. I mean, I'm like, we do not want a repeat of that shit. This power grid cannot handle it.
Yeah, because I know Jay has a lot of problems with black. I think the last show we done with him, he had power outage.
But see, we're on our own grid because Texans had to be extra. We had to have our own. We can't even support it, man. But I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I have a gas fireplace.
Yeah.
I have a gas fireplace.
So you get one of those log burners. They're always good. They give off lovely smells. Like we used to have one at my mum's house, and we used to throw like pine cones and cinnamon sticks on it as well.
Oh, see, I couldn't handle the pine cones. Yes, cinnamon. Mm-mm.
Yeah, just the little sticks. Just throw one or two on there, shut the door, and then you get a little scent of it around the house.
Little Christmassy smelling.
Yeah. Throw a bit of this, bit of that on there. Newspaper.
I know, it's crazy. Like, okay, so Adam, I was at the pet store the other day, like at PetSmart, getting things for the little French fry. Do they already have Valentine's Day stuff out in England right now? Literally, I walked in and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Not that I can see. No, I don't think they do.
It's crazy.
We're normally pretty quick with shit like that. It's ridiculous.
We had
Halloween and Christmas shit out at the same time.
Oh yeah.
I drove by a house last night the other night in Providence, still decorated for Halloween.
Those are my kind of people.
Fuck Christmas. It's still Halloween.
Yeah.
There's a house down by my mum and dad's. They leave the Christmas lights up all year round. Just only turn them on at Christmas. I think the old man who lives there put them up and was like, fuck that, I ain't doing that again. I just leave them up.
Yeah, why am I yawning?
Because you need some coffee.
Yeah.
So Josh, what did you do for your birthday? Anything fun?
I sat in front of the TV with the family, ate pizza, and watched Encanto.
Nice. What piece did you have?
We ordered 3.
Hit a feast.
That's all right.
Well, it had to last the whole day.
Yeah, no judgments. You're just going to go and you're going to graze and you're going to come back and you're going to graze and you're going to come back.
Yeah. Just a plain cheese, a pepperoni, and a chorizo.
Nice.
Ooh. Fucking hell. So what did you get for your birthday? Anything fun?
Disney. Remember, birthday is 5 days after Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got a happy birthday. That's what he got.
Yeah, our Christmas gifts. Well, my Christmas and birthday gift, and my Christmas gift to Jen is we're going to Disney in 17 days.
I can't believe it's come up that fast already.
Mike, chorizo is a Portuguese spiced sausage.
It's like chorizo, isn't it?
Yeah, completely different.
See, that's what I said too.
I thought it was chorizo.
Chorizo and chorizo are 2 totally different things.
I'd have to have a Google with that.
Yep. Never had a chorizo.
I would send you some, but sending it cold packed from the manufacturer is like $80.
Oh yeah, no. I probably can go find some. I would probably give you some boudin if you've never had that.
Do you have Albertsons or Star Markets down
We
there?
have Albertsons, yes.
well, Albertsons owns Star Market, Shaw's, Osco, the whole 9 yards. So you might be able to find it through them.
Okay, I'll go check it out.
You actually have a manufacturing and distribution plant for legal seafoods down in Texas.
That sounds weird. Seafood in Texas
It's like a hub to get it shipped to different areas of the country.
Okay, that makes sense.
They just got a pond out the back, a load of goldfish.
Legal seafood here is like the ruling supreme leader of seafood.
Oh yeah.
Is it like frozen seafood? All fresh.
Everything's fresh caught. I mean, it's kept on ice, obviously, when it's stored, but everything's fresh.
Yeah, Rye's still flapping.
Oh my god. Reminds me of the Sesame Street. Yeah, fishy, fishy. When the damn fish jumps in the boat for Ernie. I love it.
Oh, I can't do seafood. I can do some.
Legal seafood's been around since 1950.
Bloody hell. Okay, it's 72 in Florida.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
82 in Mexico. 37 in New York. I don't know what it is over here in your measurements.
I know.
It's just different. It's because you like to be different.
Uh-huh.
It's more like the other way fucking round. Oh,
come on, stupid mouse. Yeah, not much is going on, which is good. I like quiet holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally went to my mum and dad's. We went down Christmas Eve, and my sister got to meet him for the first time, and my little nephew, he's only 1.5, got to meet him for the first time. We thought it wasn't going to go too well, but you know what? He was great. Came and went, baby. I just wanted to hug him, and that was it.
That's sweet.
Maddie does the same thing. Hi, baby.
But lots of Christmas presents. So yeah, it was quite nice. Because obviously previous year it was just me and the missus here. Because we don't really celebrate Christmas, we just had a meal and chatted to my dad because my dad was on his own on Christmas Day. My mum was working. So it was nice to be out. I saw my nan. I haven't seen my nan for a long time. She's a great grandmother to 9 now.
Wow. That's amazing.
So she was happy. So it was nice. It was nice. 8 loads. Had a load. Brought a load home with me. So we had, I cooked, because I said to my dad, he was like, I'll give you some meat to take home. He was like, I'll give you a bit of turkey. It wasn't a bit. The size of this bit of turkey gave me was like this. I was like, it's only freaking 2 of us. So I cut up with some onions and threw some spices, and we had it in a big wrap, which was really nice. I was quite impressed. Yeah, that's all.
Lots of turkey, make soups and everything else with it.
Yeah, we got so fucking much. I'm gonna have to put turkey in everything. So otherwise, it's gonna go off. It was bigger than the size of a whole chicken.
Chuck it in the freezer.
Apparently, it was just a bit of a breast, and I was like, "That's not a bit of a breast. It's not half a fucking turkey." But I got to eat loads of Brussels sprouts, which I was well happy with. Oh.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to do my next day tradition because we was here. I didn't bring any home. You got to have cold Brussels sprouts, bread and butter, mush it on the bread and butter, and then eat it.
That sounds good. Would eat.
It's really good.
Would eat.
Yeah. It does give you the trumps. But it's all good. It's all fun. It's all fun and games.
Until somebody shits their pants.
Do you know, I'm not going to tempt fate. I'm going to touch wood. It's been a little while since that's happened to me.
That means you're due. It's like jury duty. It's coming.
It will be coming. It will be coming at some point. It's happened quite recently, but it's been some interesting experiences.
Like I said earlier, Joso, the joy of shitting it out.
See, we're back on shit.
How does it turn into shit? Hey, at least we're not talking about corkscrew dicks.
Hey, we actually talked about. I told Adam, I said, "You think that's bad?" We were talking about pigs. I said, "Look up ducks." Oh, you don't want to look up ducks. You don't want to look up ducks.
It looks painful and unnecessary, should we say?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, NSA.
Right. No, it's just your friendly NSA agent. How's
You
it
Googled
going?
it because the first picture is
What
this
the
bloke
fuck is
holding
that?
a duck.
What the fuck is that?
You got to see it to believe it. Welcome to 2022.
Why?
Right, before I get a community fucking strike, because I think I'm on the fence of this. I'm gonna drop off one way or the other in the next couple of months. I reckon. I'm just gonna steer the conversation into something that's fucking amazing that's popped up. The UK.
He's talking about things that popped up.
I'm screwed. In the UK, we now have the.
Oh, that's sick.
And what is going around London and everywhere, and they have testers where you can test whether you would like to quit smoking and start vaping.
Wow.
So they are flying around London and the UK. They have like pods. It's mainly like geek bars and like little refillable pods, like Caliburn type stuff. But anything's
not
better than
smoking.
nothing.
Right. They're not
Anything's better than
smoking.
nothing. And that's flying around the UK, which I think is fucking amazing. So, guys, if you want to check them out, they're called the Vapors Alliance, I believe. Yeah, World Vapors Alliance. What I'll do, pardon me, Morty Vicar.
Is that the people that you got to talk to at the convention?
Yeah, they're fucking amazing. I'll drop their website in the chat. Give them a look up, and they're doing some great stuff. And I've just bloody zoomed my screen in, so I can't see shit. There you go. But yeah, so yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Fucking good bit of work. It needs to happen. There was something else I wanted to talk about. I can hear myself.
You can hear yourself.
Hello. There was something else I wanted to. I'll drop them in chat. Basically, the UK consumers are questioning the European Parliament about the who that are trying to ban vaping. So
who are you?
Right.
Yeah, so that's on there. So if you go on the World Vapors Alliance, look under updates and press releases. It's all in there for you to have a look at and have a peruse at your own leisure. So they're good people to follow. If you're in America, follow Kasar as well. I didn't realize how many fucking vape groups and tobacco harm reduction groups are actually about. If you want to have a look in your own country, it's the INNCO. It's called, and they have a database of all the tobacco harm reduction people in every country. I will.
Has anybody seen Sewer Rug? Is he here right now?
No, he was in my chat earlier on, so he might pop in. I've just put the link down below for Inco as well, so check them out as well. They're pretty good.
You guys want to?
Good night, wee baby Sheamus.
Good night,
Go and
Seamus.
Announce the give back winner.
Do it, because it is 2022.
All right. Yeah. So, as everybody knows, we had a give back running for the last month and a half or so. It's a kind of a unanimous decision. So we got an email from one of our viewers about a friend of his that he has helped, but now cannot help further because he doesn't have anything of his own to gift away. So the winner of the complete setup, which includes a just about brand new Geek Vape Aegis 2, Aegis Legend 2, the Zeus sub-ohm coil, the Zeus sub tank with coils, batteries, a 4-bay charger, and 3 juices of your flavor and nick strength choice from Clown is going to be Sewer Rug.
Yay!
So,
That's awesome.
Sewer Rug, if you can shoot us an email and get the shipping information over to us. We don't have Jay Hayes money, so you're gonna have to wait till payday for it to be shipped out.
I got the shipping.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was gonna pay for the shipping, but we'd have to wait. Because, like I said, we don't have Jay Hayes money here. So, yeah, shoot us an email, acrossthepondusuk at gmail.com. Wow, I fucking suck at talking tonight. Get us your shipping info, or just get us that person's shipping info, and we will get everything shipped out. I will get a hold of, I think it wasn't Jimmy here.
Mm-hmm.
I will send the shipping information to Jimmy because he's going to ship out the charger, and then you can get a hold of Clown for your he'll get you a menu of flavor offerings and whatnot and go from there. So congratulations. I don't remember his friend's name because I'm horrible at that. I guess I could probably look it up though, right?
Well, it's great though that be able to get it for a friend that you're trying to help.
Absolutely.
Because we all need to help each other out at the end of the day, especially with stuff like this. Because I've got to be honest, I don't know if you guys were the same. When I first started and I went into the shop, I was like, I have no idea.
I had no clue.
Mine literally was the guy was vaping on what I ended up buying. He was like, I was like, I don't know what I want. He was like, try this, and I was like, oh, I like that. Can I have that? And I literally bought the exact set the guy was vaping on and the liquid he was vaping on.
All right. Well, he does not mention. Oh, he does. Her name is Leslie, and she's about an hour north of him. I'm just gonna go ahead and read this email because there's nothing really personal in it, and it's a pretty good story from him about him helping out. So, he says, hello, folks. I'm entering this contest as a few months ago, I met a divorced couple at one of my daughter's football games. They are cigarette smokers. They have a daughter that has become friends with my daughter. And over the last few months, the mother has been curious about vaping and why I'm so excited about it. Last month, I set her up with a V8 stick from Smoke. This is the only regulated device I could give her without the hassle of batteries and charging and all the other things that go with it. I gave her 4 coils for the baby beast tank, and I set her up with about 300 mils of juice to try different flavors. Well, she likes desserts and had trouble with the stick not charging, which, Smoke QC. It's a long story, even longer. I would love the opportunity to provide her with a setup and show her the ropes with battery safety and how to set up a regulated modern tank. Her name is Leslie. She lives about an hour north of me. I am an advocate, and I have helped a few people convert. And when money is an issue for folks, I like to give as much as possible.
That's awesome.
Thank you for your time in reading this message, and have a great day. Matt, congratulations to you and Leslie. She'll be getting, like I said, a fairly brand new setup. with batteries and charger included. So
And invite her to come hang out. We need to see Leslie
Yes.
in chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would love that.
If she wants to come and hang out on a night we're doing a show, that is great. And if she is social media adept and wants to join the Discord and hang out with us, she's absolutely more than welcome. We like seeing success stories, and we like seeing stories of others giving to those in need.
Yeah.
So, because we were all there at one point where we
for
needed some
sure.
help. So,
For sure. So I have a question for you guys in chat. Vape predictions for this year. So we know right now there's a lot of disposables, a lot of pods, but we know that the market always cycles, right? So what do you think is going to come around? Anything? What do you think?
Well, beforehand, Mike Kirsch gave a kit that Sifu gave him to a guy at work who wanted to try it. So he's going to find out tomorrow. He's had it for a week. So that's
Mike, let us know how that goes.
Yeah.
But with what's coming around, I have a sneaky suspicion that everybody is going to jump on the Boro scene.
Oh, Matt is here. Matt.
Yay!
Buddy. Rug.
Rug.
Congratulations, bud. Send us an email
Yep.
with Leslie's shipping information, please.
See, Shane, Wee Baby Shane is the same as me. It's Tony B. That low cost.
So,
low cost. It's going to be Boros. We've got them coming left, right, and center.
Let's talk about Tony B. I've had, and I'm sure Angela has had the pleasure of meeting him several times and talking to Tony.
I love Tony. He's a good guy.
And having a couple of adult beverages with Tony.
Tony guessed my purse one night on That's What She Said. Knocked it out of the park.
Tony has always been an advocate for affordable devices, getting devices into the hands of the everyday vapor.
Look what he's done with squonking.
And he started it with the original mechanical pulse squonker.
Yep.
That thing changed the freaking game for squonkers and paved the road for more companies to produce cheaper alternatives to your higher end gear. Now we all know billet boxes are not cheap, and they're one of the few things in this community that hold their value even throughout age. Now, I think Adam and I have one from 2018, or is yours a 19?
18.
Yeah, same thing here. They're still like US $250, $260 bare bone stock, and all dressed you're looking at like $400, $500, $600 with
easily
across the panels and stuff like that. And that's what people say brings you down the rabbit hole. It's not just buying the mod itself, but it's so many bridges and customizable options that now Tony has gotten into over the years with he did, I think he said he's got like 8 or 9 .aios. He's got a bunch of billets now, and he's been working on the AIO project for the Pulse line for a long time. And that right there is going to get a lot of people into the Boro life.
Yeah.
Because it takes a standard size Boro. Throw whatever, I mean, it comes with 2 bridges. I mean, it comes with a rebuildable bridge and a stock coil head tank. But even that stock coil head tank, you can throw in a billet box if you wanted to. It's the same size.
Yeah. That's what I think.
And it's 21,700. So that right there, the battery life alone is going to increase the amount of people who are going to want to buy one.
Well, if you look at panels in itself, $90, $100 minimum for a set of panels. Tony B, or you go to Bearded Viking, or even go to Open Robot, 20, 30 quid. Get yourself some panels. You're fucking laughing. Tony B is getting all his released.
Don't know if you can really see it, but these are some Susco panels from Dylan. I bought them secondhand for $40.
Yeah.
New, they're 75, 80.
Well, these clear ones are the friendly flippers, and I think they're 160, which is clear panels.
Yeah, clear
It's so
acrylics,
expensive.
friendly flipper.
But so that's what I was. The only reason I say that is obviously I was talking to a couple of people at the World Vape Show, and it was 99% disposables. There was Dr. Vapes, which is they do the I forgot what it is, yeah, they do the liquid line, the Panther series black. It's like a creamy tobacco. That was the closest thing you got to any sort of rebuildable shit. There was nothing. It was all fucking pods. I was talking to a guy and was talking about like the pulse and that, and it's like the circle for disposables isn't going to go away. Yeah, everyday people that are stopping smoking or don't want to smoke cigarettes at the pub will always go and buy the 1, 2, 3 pound disposables over here. But it's for the people that like, hobbyists really. The people then want to move into something else. That scene is all going to be Boros. That's what it's going to be for the next 2 years, I reckon.
Well, over here, definitely going to agree with Steve on this one that the black market is going to continue to flourish.
Massively.
Because they're here in Massachusetts, you can only buy tobacco flavors. We have a nicotine cap at 20 milligrams per milliliter, so not everybody wants tobacco flavors. Rhode Island is pretty much the same. They're working on overturning their flavor ban, but here in Mass, it is what it is, and you can't get anything shipped here that doesn't cost probably 3 times what you just bought. Because of the adult signature requirements and excise taxes and all this other stuff. So definitely the black market is going to be huge. And disposables within the black market.
Yeah. Disposables have a place. If you guys were like us and vaping was okay, or accepted, should we say, I always say disposables have a place, pods have a place, every sort of vaping device has a place in the industry.
Absolutely.
I can understand why a lot of people will get pissed off with pods, especially reviewers. Like I know Jackson was sent a load of disposables. He doesn't really use them. So he used them a couple of times and that was it. But if you was predominantly a pod or disposable user, then great, review them because then you know all the ins and outs of them. But where everything, the whole market is just flooded with the same thing, but just in a different packaging. Like the Caliburn, everything's pretty much based around that nowadays. Just they've taken the internals and just put a different cover on it. Oh, we made it a different color. We put the button in a different place. It's all pretty much the same shit.
And I mean, with the disposables,
see, look, Wee Baby Sheamus disposables have been saving me down here in Mexico. It has a place for everybody. I have disposables in the car because I don't want to be fucking chucking clouds or trying to drive with one of this and knocking myself out on it, or taking a billet box with me.
And then
have a place.
There's nothing new and innovative when it comes to disposables. So that's why I'm assuming most reviewers aren't getting into them or not giving them the time of day, because let's just face it, it's it's like 1,000 milliamp hour battery or a 500 milliamp hour battery with 2 or 3 mil capacity, and all the
600
flavors
puffs, you're done.
Yeah, all the flavors are pretty much the same.
Yeah,
you're getting your basic flavors of strawberry or blue raz or cake,
mango ice.
Right, you're not getting the complex flavors from, say, Jago, blue raz apple cider, or Jake Scrapwood's honey bourbon vanilla tobacco. You're not getting a consistent
Yeah, but the thing is, with
craft
pods,
flavor, I
you're not
guess.
going to get that. It's just for the nicotine, really, with a bit of flavour. That's literally, and that's why I have seen with a lot of reviewers that are under 1,000 subs, they're all getting flooded with disposables. And you don't get into the game of reviewing to fucking use a disposable. You're wanting to get like an RDA. Oh, let's take the lid off. Oh, look, how's the build deck? Let's build on it. What's the difference? With pods, you take it out of the packaging, you get it up. Oh, it looks a bit like a jewel. You know what I mean? There's not much to it. So that's why I say the Boro devices is the way. I have a feeling, I have a massive feeling that RDAs are coming back. Massively. Like the bigger RDAs, like the Valhallas and like my golden dildo, like golden robot dildo, the big Ragnar. But I reckon because it's the same with if you look at phones, we started getting smaller,
Yeah,
and thinner,
they were
and now
huge. They got smaller, and now they're getting bigger again.
Yep.
I think it's going to be the same thing. It's just we're just doing the cycle again. It's going to be big RDAs where you never know. Someone's like, "Oh, do you know what? Let's put 3 coils in it, just to throw it out there a little bit." But you know what I mean? They're just going to start going back to the old retro vaping, and then bringing it back in with like new innovative. I can't say that word.
Innovative.
There we go. That word.
People need to see what it was like vaping on an iGo W, and then see what it's like today.
Yep. Yep.
It's just reinventing the wheel,
you
really.
cannot drill the holes out on your iGo W. You have to vape it like we did when we first got it, and then you can drill it out.
Yeah, they're just reinventing the wheel at the end of the day. It's just going to come round again, and there'll be
some silica wick.
Yeah, you never know; they might bring that back. But to be honest, I think we pretty much hit the mark with vaping. It's not going to go really too much further. We're just going to get a reinvention of old shit.
Well, I mean, China is going to continue to produce, and whether we see it as innovative or not, it's not really up to the American market anymore because there is almost no American market.
Right.
So the Chinese companies are going to continue to produce because they've got the other half of the world to sell to.
Especially in the UK, obviously, I can understand what Mike said about what vaping with Vic says. Yeah, we are lazy. We're going to get tanks. You got our DTAs, our RTAs, and shit like that. But see you later.
Bye, Seamus.
But where was I going with that? I can understand what they're saying, but I do think for the UK market, if you look at companies that we have, like Suicide Mods, stuff like Merles Mods and stuff, like they're all big mech companies.
So I was just told that the 3 of us are old as fuck, and that the Chinese companies are marketing to a younger generation.
They are. Have you seen the Minion vape?
Yeah, I see. All right. China's going to do what China's going to do because they don't have the regulations that we have here in this country. Would I use a Minion vape? Probably not. I may have used a Pokeball vape at one point, but
you could get the Dragon Ball Z RTA, couldn't you? The Dragon Ball on it.
I don't remember.
I'm sure it's called a Dragon Ball.
But I mean, I know there have been a lot of gimmicky things over the years, and one thing that was pretty cool was the DNA 40 Nintendo controller. That was pretty
I remember that.
But I mean, that was legitimately made by somebody in the States, not a. Oh yeah, I saw that from Fumitech.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody here in the States using one. But Steve said he's going to send everybody a Vision Spinner and a Clearamizer. All right, Steve, you have my address, bud.
Nick forgot his phone. Say hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Yeah, I had I started with a Clearamizer and that's the little stick battery. So I know
See,
what
I was
that's like.
quite lucky when I started because mine was a Wismec J-Bow with a
Oh wow.
Smock TFV 8 or
4 or
12,
8. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
and it had like the quad coils in the stock coil, big old tank. So I was quite lucky when I started. I was just chucking clouds from day one.
Mhm.
But Jay, like whenever I chat to Jay, he always shows me the old shit that he has, and I'm like, fucking hell, fiddly as shit. I don't think I would have been able to use it.
You know what I think we're gonna see a lot more of? This is totally just I just guessing here. I think we're gonna see more flavored nicotine pouches.
Oh,
And I say
Yeah.
this, and this is totally just like an Angela like pulling it out of her head thing, because I feel that especially over the years, right, from being a smoker, because when I was a teenager, everybody smoked. It was just kind of accepted. To today, that anything that looks like smoking is socially unacceptable. So I think basically we're going to be having more, people looking to use nicotine products, or maybe not, that they can do it completely on the down low and no one will know.
Get rid of the vapor and the smoke type
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
Well, it's very much in the UK. There's clouds everywhere. Everyone's chucking clouds over it. Obviously, not like you don't get old deers walking around with like the hammer of God and a massive
Right.
chucking weather systems, but that everybody that vapes are using ones that not like the disposables. You'll see them at the pub, outside the pub at night. Everybody's got disposable, but during the day, people walk around with like small tanks,
Mhm.
like it looks like an old Kangatech
Yep.
type. Like, the little starter kit one. They're throwing
Yeah.
a decent amount of clouds. That's what you see. I very rarely see a smoker really on my
See,
day.
I still think that there's still a damn taboo, and I hate it, that even if you're out like with your little disposable and you're just trying to like walk away from everybody, it's like, oh my God, that people just super judgy. And that's why I'm like, I feel like there's a market to be like, hey, let me get my nicotine, let me get my flavors,
Yeah.
so I don't have to get the dirty looks from people. It's like, wow, we're adults.
It doesn't really get looked. The only time you get looked down is if you're smoking and you're pushing the pram. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're holding a baby with fag in your mouth, which is understandable.
Right.
But over here, most people just let you get on with what you're getting, unless I go out with like the series mate and I'm chucking clouds and it's going in everyone's faces. You will end up with no teeth. But apart from that,
Tribal Buddha is going to send you an ego and a clearomizer.
oh God.
Yeah, have fun with that. This is like why it took me 3 times to finally get vaping to stick. Because when I was jacking with all that, I was like, this thing's leaking everywhere. I hated it. It was too complicated. So I was put cigarette in mouth. Lighting is much easier.
Yeah. I think the first 2 weeks I just vaped. Because I was in Missouri when I stopped smoking, because my uncle hated smoking. And all my cousins used to stick the tobacco down here. That's what they used to do.
Yeah.
Everyone with cups is a fucking vial. And so I ended up going to the shop, get a vape. For those 2 weeks, I vaped, no issues. As soon as I got home and went to the pub, as I was vaping strawberries cheesecake, that with a pint tastes fucking vile.
Mm-hmm.
So then that went in the pocket, and I was bumming cigarettes off my mate. and it was only until I realised when you can change your flavours up to actually be able to taste nice with alcohol, which took me a good 6 year, I think it was. I was flicking between dual using. I'd only smoke when I was at the pub. If I had an alcoholic drink, I would smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And it was once I found out about getting other flavours in, how it worked with different drinks, then I completely stopped. And then once I got into rebuilding, that was it for me.
See,
twice.
Go ahead. Oh, you didn't slip up. You're good. You're good.
And I was lucky that when I did it, it was with my Turkish mate that had Turkish tobacco, loose tobacco, that back out in Turkey, you could buy it on the side of the street and they'd put it into plastic bags.
That's
We
crazy.
had a bag of it. And he was like, oh, go on, you can have one. Oh, mate. Oh, I went green around the gills. It was horrible. I nearly threw up. I felt like shit for an hour. And I've never gone back since. And I think, to be honest, if I was going to try a cigarette, that was probably the best cigarette to try because I felt so. I had to sit down.
Yeah.
And I went to the shop and bought a disposable just to do me till I got home because I run out of batteries and one of those days.
So I was looking at Mike K's comment. He was like, I use those Zen pouches while I'm working and no one has a clue. Can only vape in a car that's literally a 2-mile walk. And I was running into the same issue at a couple different places that I worked. They were like, absolutely, like they would put smokers and vapors in the same spot. And sometimes they would say, you have to go completely off our property.
Yeah.
And I'm like, isn't that kind of dangerous? Because if you're asking, because I was watching people walk across the street and it was really busy.
Yeah.
And,
like we have, I know hospitals over here are smoke and vape free areas.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you step off their property, so you could be standing like the entrance to A&E, you got the little walkway, stand on the edge of the walkway, you're fine. If you go in, then they get a bit pissy with you.
Yeah.
But they just lump them both in together. It's just fucking easier. But other places, they don't really give a shit. But
See, and I think that's kind of weird to me. Like, and this is totally my opinion. Like, it's weird to me that vaping got lumped in with smoking, got lumped in with like CBD use, got lumped in like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, where do we draw the line?
Yeah.
To be like, this is what I'm using, but it's like the market is just trying to take in whatever it can.
There's like my company, when I was a limited company, they didn't have a vaping thing. So I'm under a tobacco product, which is going to change. I think it's the end of it should be the next couple of months that we're actually having our own specific thing for the company. But I can understand why we get lumped in with smoking when it comes to like smoking areas. Because for people that don't vape or smoke, it looks like the same fucking thing. It's just an electronic version of what you're doing.
But we don't want to go stand out there because it's like, oh God.
Yeah. If I ever go out with my mates and we go to the pub and everyone goes out for a puff, I will always stand where outside the pub in the UK, there's sort of like little barriers by the entrance. So even if you don't smoke and you want to go in, you have to walk through the smoking area. Makes no sense, I know. I used to stand on the other side. I stand on the street because I don't want to be surrounded by that smell. And there's nothing worse than the smell of a soggy smoker. So I was at a fag and then they got a bit wet. Mate, God, I can chew on that.
That's gross.
Oh yeah, so, somebody who was smoking like a poke out.
Yeah.
Oh, we called him a refry.
A refry.
A refry. Yeah. I was like, what's a poke out? And then I was like, oh, I know what he's talking about.
I had an old mate, I haven't seen him for years. He used to smoke roll-ups. And he used to, when he used to roll it in his fingers, the filter, and put it in his pocket. So at the end of the night, he had like a pocket full of like smoked roll-ups. Oh, the smell.
Oh, God.
Oh, I couldn't do it. We called them chinked cigs. So here's a question for you guys. Do you guys vape while you drive?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anxiety.
Just constant.
Yeah.
See you later, free ride vapor.
A lot of what I do at work is driving, so it's constant.
Oh yeah. But would you go more for like a more MTL, lower wattage whilst you're driving, rather than yourself out?
More so now, but a couple of years ago it would be whatever I had in my hand at the moment. But more so recently, it's been more of a mouth to lung,
Yeah.
or even something
Something
small.
small.
Like
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Something that travels well.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than trying to get a massive mod. You got that in your pocket. You got your extra batteries. You got your bottle of juice.
No.
Oh,
Well, it's we're going to Disney in a couple weeks, and all I'm bringing is a pod.
Yep.
oh
all you need.
really? You got
Bringing a
Caliburn.
Caliburn and a bottle of juice. That's
Josh
it.
brings something that you could throw away, because which they did make Nick throw out, he put a fresh pod in, and they said no,
Who did?
Disney, and they were like, throw it away or you're not coming in the park. So
I
take
don't
something
think they can do that.
Take something you don't care about. That's my advice, just in case.
Well, you don't have to know.
Yeah, I mean, it stays in my pocket, so I don't see how they would even see it.
It's really bad that they do it. So, do they have smoking areas in Disney?
Nope. They used to.
Outside the parks now.
Yep, they used to. Not anymore.
So, if you want to smoke, you have to go walk 20 miles to the entrance.
To the entrance. Yep.
Yep. So if you're at like Magic Kingdom and you're in Tomorrowland, which is way at the back of the park,
Yeah.
you got to
You
walk
gotta
all the way
to the
up to
front.
Main Street, all the way out to the front,
Yep.
out by where the buses pick you up.
Yep.
That's mental. They should have a designated fucking area for you guys.
They used to. At Disneyland, there used to be 2 smoking spots.
Well, people are slobs.
Yeah.
So they
were throwing their
they
cigarettes
wouldn't-
everywhere.
They wouldn't stay within the confines of the
Right.
smoking area. They would flick their cigarette butts out anywhere they wanted to.
And you're trying to go through with maybe your babies.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, huge cloud of smoke, even though they're supposed to be over here.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It gets carried off by the wind.
Is that in all parks in the US now, like Universal? Are they all like non-sorted, just Disney?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Don't
So
know.
I know all the theme. Well, we call them theme parks. They're not really
Storyland.
theme parks over here.
Santa's
smoke.
Village was Santa's Village smoke free this year?
No. They have little
No, you had the little around
in the woods.
gazebos. I believe Storyland may be something similar. I mean, there's smaller little theme parks in New Hampshire, but
Yeah.
I'd have to assume that a majority of the larger ones like Six Flags, Busch Gardens, stuff like that are going to a full non-smoking.
So I know that in the UK we have large theme parks, but they're nothing like Disney at that. But they're all smoke. You can smoke wherever you want. It's not really an issue. Obviously, you can't smoke on the ride, but you got to be
Yeah,
pretty
I
mental
think-
to do that.
I think in the US that goes back to a socially unacceptable habit.
Yeah.
It's a taboo
Yeah.
of a socially unacceptable habit where 30, 40 years
Universal
ago,
still
you
has
smoked in
designated
the
smoking.
movie theater. And nobody really thought anything of it until the 80s
Yeah, 'cause
when people went crazy and stopped smoking.
Because a lot of your celebrities, they sort of smoke in secret, don't they? It's sort of like,
Because their agents are like, you will end your career. And because a lot of people have asked, well, we know that there are celebrities that vape. Why don't they come out and advocate? Because they're like, don't do it.
yeah. Because I know
It'll end your career.
Tom Hardy vapes, but it wasn't until he got massive over your way that you very rarely see him
Right.
talking or walking around. Because you see pictures of him in London walking around blowing clouds and shit. But I've got to be honest, the last probably 4 years, I haven't really seen it. So I don't know if that's something to do with obviously like the American market saying, well, you can't really be.
Probably.
Well, and it's funny that you guys are talking about this because I was thinking back to when blue e-cigarettes first came out.
Yeah.
What was it? Ethan Hawke was their
Yeah.
representative. And I was like, wow, whatever kind of happened with that. And then I
Yeah.
thought, oh, wow, you have to be basically a certain age bracket to even know who this guy is. And he was never what I would call an A-list celebrity. But,
Oh, Johnny Depp and Leo vape as well.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, Leonardo's been vaping for
years.
yeah.
Yeah, we have them all over the fucking side of buses and billboards, like blue.
Because it's not socially
There's loads of-
unacceptable, right?
Yeah.
It's
No,
like, hey, I'm
no.
gonna go out for a vape, and you guys would be like, yeah, let's go. It's not
Yeah.
a big deal. Here, it's I'm gonna look down my nose at you and be like, so
But
bad.
you'll see
So bad
coppers
for
walking
you.
around in the front of the vests. They've got their vapes. Like everybody, like all, pretty much the majority of emergency services people. That obviously a lot of it because of the stress they smoke. Yeah, you'll always see them. They stink of cigs, or they're around the back of the police. So you see them puffing away. Now 90% of them vape.
This is why, like, next time you come to the US and you see a vapor, you're gonna be like, oh, friend, you're my people. Like, let's hang out, because either we're having to go stand with the smokers,
Yeah.
or we can vape at the vape shop if your state allows that. Because there's a lot of states that you can't even smoke in the vape shop.
That's fucked up. All the ones.
Utah,
Some
Oregon.
cities and towns are like that.
Yeah.
So your state could allow it, but the city or town doesn't.
Even our vape shops that are in like mobile phone repair shops, you can vape in. The poor guy in the back trying to fit a mobile phone, like I can't say. But yeah, no, we've never had the issue. The only thing that we get here, I get it, especially from a couple of my mates that vape, where they're very much like you stand up. They got their tank. They don't know what it's called. They know where they get their coils. They get their coils. They stick to that one liquid. They don't know nothing else. And they're like, and what do you do? I don't understand it. How much? What the fuck is that? You know what I mean? That's what we get over here is that massive divide of where you get the ones that go to the shop. I want to quit. Here you go. Have that. Okay, it works. And they just crack on with that. Stick with that one liquid. My mate's been vaping the same liquid for like 3 years. And I'm like, mate, try some of this. No, I'm good with this. But and people stick to that. They don't want to go any further. And then you got people like me and the hobbyist side, if you want to call it, that then go down all these different fucking routes and get here, there, and everywhere.
It's fun.
Yeah. So that's the only divide we really get here. You will. I have had it a couple of times. I went down to see my mates. My mate was leaving. He's going to move. He moved to Portugal and that. And I was outside puffing on this, on the heavy hitter, and there was a guy who vaped. Was like, what the fuck are you vaping on? Like that's what the divide you get. Like, what the fuck are you doing one of them? Why are you blowing so much gas? This is fine. Fucking showing off. That's that type of thing. That's what we get. Not you won't ever get looked down on.
Unfortunately, that's how it is here.
It's like, well, Stu, I always try and talk to random vapors. You talk to another vapor. I vape, you vape. I ain't gonna fucking like you.
You do that around here, you're liable to get punched in the face.
And then Mike, same thing. It's crazy to me how many people will walk past a smoker to tell me what I'm doing is dangerous and it's going to kill me. And most of those people are smokers. Oh, you know that's really bad for you. And I'm like, really? Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, the only one like that I got is my nan. She lost a lung. She's only got one lung because she smoked heavily, and she's against vaping. And I've tried to speak to her, and I've said, "Right, I'll read this report from the Royal College of Physicians." She used to be a nurse, so she's no, it's gonna kill you. It's gonna kill you. And yeah, you have the little old ladies like that, but that's about it.
Jen just said that it's become a point where the THC vapors are more accepted
Correct.
than we are.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. I agree. I totally agree with her on that.
There's all kinds of stupidness. That's ridiculous.
But it's weird because it also depends on like your state. Like I'm in Texas, that's a huge no-no.
So is Texas really against vaping? Full stop.
Against vaping, not really. No, I mean, I was shocked whenever we first went from San Antonio being a tobacco 21. It was the first city, and then it was statewide, which I could not believe passed. I was shocked that even happened here, but I would say no, not really. I mean, I think what's happening now is a lot of shops, just because of COVID and things like that are having a really hard time just keeping their doors open in general. So they're just trying to sell whatever they can to survive.
Yep.
And if
So
that means
would
anime figures with vapes, like I don't mean like on them, but like here's your anime figure, here's your vape. That's what they are now.
So would you say you've got it easier than say like Josh does when it comes
Yes.
to like
Yes.
liquids and stuff?
Yes.
That's mental.
I mean, and that is what my saving grace is here, being in a banned state, is having friends and making friends throughout the community that are like, oh yeah, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Or you still have those who just don't give a shit and will ship anywhere. Here's your bicycle parts.
Yep.
So as yours is a banned state, so they ban you from purchasing flavored liquid. So if you ordered flavored liquid, and just say for instance, you get pulled over and they find that you got a mango, is it?
Nope.
I don't understand. They just ban you from buying it, but you're going to get it from elsewhere. It's sort of they're just trying to make it harder for you to.
There's no enforcement. There is
Right.
no enforcement. Even the FDA doesn't have a way of enforcing it. Pre-packed act, when you could still get things shipped here. I'll use Giant Vapes as an example because they're only one state over.
Oh, they're gone now. Avail just went and closed all their retail side. Gone.
Well, Giant Vapes never had a retail. They were always wholesale. And I use them as an example because they would ship. You put like a bottle of mango in your cart, and you get all the way to the checkout, and it says, "Oh, sorry, your state won't allow us to send you this."
Yeah.
But if you had a tobacco flavor, you'd be fine.
Yep.
And then, even further, when they basically banned online sales, or tried to, you couldn't buy anything. You couldn't buy coils, you couldn't buy mods, you couldn't buy tanks, nothing. They kind of reeled back on that a little bit, but added an excise tax, I think at like 35% or something like that.
But when it's say like the company does ship it and your parcel gets seized, and they say, "Oh, you got mango coming to
The post office has no idea what's in those boxes. They don't have X-ray machines, nothing.
So it's literally from the shop to you that they can stop it, really.
Right.
Right. Right now,
Or the credit card processor.
Right. Right now, post-pact act, the fines are on the seller.
Yep.
Not the buyer. If somehow you got away with getting something sent to you, there's no fine for you because you paid your tax, basically.
Yeah.
They're going after the distros, the wholesalers, the shops that'll ship these things for not paying those taxes. So there are still a few that I won't name publicly that will continue to ship here, but they ship in non-discrete boxes from a different address because just Avail in general, they're not going, if they were to ship from Avail Vapor, it's not going to make it in.
Yeah.
But if they were to ship it from
123 Main Street, Disneyland, USA.
John Q Public at 123 Main Street in whatever city or town, because that person's not directly registered with a business that is involved with tobacco products, it doesn't matter. That's where folks are getting away with, personal private sale.
Right.
Yeah.
but I've been in plenty of USPS sorting facilities to know that there are no X-ray machines.
No.
They have no way of telling what's inside that box unless they physically open it, and they need a warrant to open that box.
A question from Mike there.
If you DIY some strawberry cheesecake and they actually did enforce it, would you get in trouble? What do you mean?
I mean, they would have to come into your house, Josh, and they would have to have a warrant to come into your house.
Oh yeah. You're not getting in here without a paper signed by a judge.
Right.
Plus, that warrant is going to cost like 100 times more than what that bottle of liquid would fucking cost. It's just so ridiculous.
As of right now, I still believe. Yeah, Steve, I'm already beyond that 10 shipments per month, dude. To and from.
We are vapors.
As far as I know, you can still get flavorings. It's the nicotine that DIYers are having trouble getting, but you're not going to get in trouble for having those flavorings, because they're food flavorings.
Right.
Well, what are you doing with 10 bottles of this extract? I'm a baker. I'm a hobbyist baker. Oh, okay.
You imagine going to jail for some e-liquid in your car.
All it's going to take, though, honestly, is one person for that to happen to. And that should be shared all over every news media outlet so the world can go, this is ridiculous. This is a waste of our police resources.
That's
and taxpayer money.
Yep.
That's where the biggest disconnect between federal and state law comes into play, which actually works in favor for us, because a local law enforcement agent, your local police officer, cannot enforce a federal law. So because the PACT Act is federal, and it's not even a law, it's a mandate.
Right.
There's a difference. Regardless, we'll just call it a law for argument's sake. It would take somebody from the FDA, the DEA, or the ATF to enforce that. The DEA and the ATF have way too much more important shit to do than John Q. Public buying a bottle of e-liquid.
FDA too, they're a little busy right now. There's a thing floating around called COVID.
Don't worry, Mark, I've got
the
spare.
FDA does not have
enforcement.
An enforcement arm.
Nope.
That's why the language of the ATF was written into the PACT Act, because alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. That's the only way that the FDA was able to get some sort of enforcement. Now, the post office, on the other hand, does have an enforcement arm. They have USPS police and investigations. So it can happen, but again, they would have to get a warrant to open the package and to seize anything. So
they're not going to jump through all that.
If you think about it, like, simply, if someone got nicked for that, just say for instance, an officer gets paid £14 an hour. There's always going to be two. Times that by, just say for instance, 6 hours. That's under $200 that's charged to pay. How much does it then cost them to take him to court? That's a couple of grand. Right. So you're pushing 10 grand on a $30 bottle of $30 bottle of liquids. No, they ain't gonna fucking do it.
I can tell you right now, the courts here in Massachusetts will throw out a rape charge. They're not going to even bother investigating an e-liquid.
No.
You, sir, you got pulled over for what? I had a bottle of nicotine-containing flavored liquid.
Get out of my courtroom.
Get out.
But even getting to that point, the amount of taxpayers'
go down
money
the
that's
hall
cost,
and see the clerk, pay your costs, and get out.
Yep.
because
I don't
that's
think you'd have to
ridiculous.
pay your court costs. I think the fucking police should fucking pay for that. Getting nicked for
No.
shit like that.
No, you pay your court costs.
Mhm.
We don't have to pay unless we appeal it.
You know, you pay everything. If you appeal it, you don't have to pay anything.
We only pay if we appeal and lose. It's like when I got a traffic ticket, it was £100, and because of COVID, we get a thing called driver awareness course. If it's your first one, they offer you a course. Because of COVID, they actually said because of COVID, we can't offer you a course. It's £100 and 3 points, which pushes my insurance up by like a lot, good couple of £100. Or you can appeal it. But look, spoke to a mate at work, and he was like, if you appeal it, he appealed his, and he ended up paying over £900 because he lost the appeal. I was like, cheeky.
Well, I mean, most of the things here, like very low end misdemeanors, trespassing charges, stuff like that. If you used to be able to go and sit in a courtroom and listen to cases, most of them, like they call them bench trials, where it's just you, somebody representing from the state, and the judge, and they look it over and they go, okay, well, yeah, there isn't sufficient evidence, so this case is closed. Just pay the court costs. Or they may institute a fine, which includes your court costs and whatever else.
Fuck that.
It's broken. The system is fucking broken.
The trick is keep out of the system. But it's fucking hard to do when they put stupid fucking laws in place.
Right.
Tribal said the USPS even said they can't enforce this shit.
No, they can't.
I don't understand it.
Because the United States Postal Service, being a federal entity, still is funded by the public.
Right.
It's not federally funded. They are so underfunded that they can't grow.
This would be a great way to fund them, though. In all honesty, let the USPS deliver vape stuff.
Right.
There's your answer right there. That could be our vaping.
You look at it. You look at one small flat rate package is $8.40 to send that flat rate box, whatever is inside of it. I mean, you can probably fit 8 or 10 60 ml bottles inside of a small flat rate box. The post office just made almost $9 off of you.
Right.
Now you do that
times
10
how many of us
every day, you know?
Right.
How many people are ordering from, X distro, whatever it is?
They're funded.
But because they're underfunded, they can't buy new equipment, they can't buy new vehicles, they can't do this, they can't do that. They can't expand their law enforcement reach to be able to enforce this. So the post offices in like the headquarters in Boston and Providence and whatnot, there is one per shift, and all he does is patrol the grounds. And then if you're lucky enough to have a distribution center in the same city that your postmaster is located in, then he'll go there too.
Wow. It's funding. All comes down to.
But that one guy's probably also making like $90,000.
Oh yeah, because they have government benefits. That's right.
You have government paying benefits, but the entity themselves are underfunded.
Yep.
It's nuts. I can sit here and talk for hours on shitty things about the United States.
The only issue we have with vaping is the fucking issue with bank holidays and not getting the fucking packages on time.
Oh. I'm
still waiting for one. It's been like a fucking week.
Oh yeah, you got Christmas, New Year's Day.
Well, Royal Mail stops shipping after the 21st, and they don't pick up again until after the first of the year.
No, I had cards be delivered on
Parcels.
Christmas Eve. I know parcels up to Christmas Eve, they'll be delivered. And then Christmas Day off. And then everybody's fucking hungover. So up until fucking the 3rd, everything's running on empty. So even the postman this morning looked fucking ill. He didn't look happy. Parcel. Was you out last night?
Too much eggnog.
Right. And I mean, yet another comment from the gallery. There's everybody's sick.
Yeah.
Not in the head, but physically ill. Whether it be COVID or anything like that, that's creating more shortages.
And
That's why
a
things
supply issue worldwide on top of this.
Yeah. My
We
company
can't get you an appointment because of the COVID. No, fuck off. We've had it for 2 years. It's not that bad. You can only use that excuse for so many times.
the supply chain issues from my company alone for the last year were absolutely ridiculous. Like we just started getting certain pieces of equipment in again. And because 2 or more of those pieces of equipment are made with the same type of plastic, you didn't get any of them.
It's ridiculous.
Hooray, COVID.
It's just the excuse is getting fucking old now.
Welcome to 2022. May the odds forever be in your favor.
Yeah. I'm optimistic. We're going to have a good summer. We're going to have a good summer, then it's going to go to shit to winter. It's just going to end up like the flu. Every winter, all the old dears and all the old men go down and get their flu jab because they don't want to die from the flu in the winter. It's going to be the same with COVID.
All right, so you're a new parent. You don't count. As parents, or even remember when you were a kid, if you can, Adam. I know your brain is a bit mush because it's so late over there.
It wasn't that long ago. I was a child.
What did your pediatrician always tell your parents? If it's viral, there's nothing you can do about it. Go home, wrap up in a blanket, sweat it out, and drink plenty of fluids.
Yeah.
Viral cannot be cured with antibiotics, a shot, or anything. The flu shot developed over numbers of years for controlling the previous year's strain, making it less
likely to fucking kill you.
That's exactly what's going to happen with this.
Yeah.
We're going to get to the point where everybody has gotten their rounds, and everybody's going to continue to get a yearly or an every 6 month, because that's just how it's going to work. We all know viruses, as they mutate, they get weaker.
It's like over here, flu jabs are free if you're over 55 or 60, one of the two. So you can just go into your pharmacy, GP, and they're covered here. They covered there as well. So I think they're just going to put it in with the flu jab. Come and get your flu and COVID jab. This is what it's just going to be.
But over here, we have, you're taking our freedoms.
Oh, we get that over here, but...
Yeah, but the health minister just tell them, shut the fuck up, stop your whinging, and go get it anyway.
Yeah.
Over here, you can't tell people that.
Yes. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't
British
too bothered.
For our freedom. Well, it's kind of looking good right now to go back to the motherland.
See, I wasn't going to get the jab. If I'm honest with you, I wasn't fucking bothered. It didn't bother me whether I had or I hadn't. It was just because T said to me, if she falls ill with it, at least I won't be too bad if I get it, so I can look after her. So she was like, do you mind getting it? And because she was pregnant at the time as well. And I was like, do you know what? I'll fucking get it. Not an issue. And that was the only reason I got it. But otherwise, I wouldn't have. So if other people want to get it. I'm not too bothered. I was in the house when T and my mother-in-law had it here. touch wood, I was fine. I never had. I didn't get it. But I don't know whether that makes you what they call it, asymptomatic or whatever that is.
Could have been an asymptomatic carrier.
Maybe, but that's why I wasn't too bothered. If I would have been on my ass in hospital on a ventilator, the whole 9 yards, I would have been fucking first, and I'd fucking bite your hand off for it. Right, where I had it, where I didn't. If I had it, I never had symptoms or anything. That I wasn't actually too bothered. Like if other people want to get crack on, it was only because of the missus. She was like, "I want you to have it." I was like, not a bother, and I've got my booster on the 9th, so she was like, "Can you go get your booster?" Yeah, fine, I'll go get it. Not an issue. Where I think where in the future it's going to be like that for most people. Where it's going to be, you're going to get maybe after this first booster when they roll it into the future. Because I've never had the flu jab, never had it. My dad religiously gets it every year. My mum gets it every year. My nan gets it every year. He gets it every year. I never did.
Well,
Because
your nan probably gets it because it's. I mean, she's older, but at the point, at some point, she worked as a nurse, so it was required.
Yeah, well, for me, I wasn't too. I'm not an anti-vaxxer at all. I couldn't give a shit. If you want to get it, get it. If you don't. It's not an issue with me. But it's just going to get rolled into everything else. And when people are, oh, you take like when you said taking my freedoms, they're injecting 5G into me. Well, I can tell you this now, live on YouTube. They ain't doing 5G, so I still don't get no fucking signal on my phone.
You got to put it up to your arm, dude.
Still fucking nothing. It ain't. It's not 5G, and they're like, oh, the only issue we did have because T never had it during her pregnancy because she was worried about what it would do to the little one because obviously it was just sent straight. Nobody knows the side effects because it's obviously not like the flu jab or any other vaccine that goes through all these trials. It was just done, pushed out there. So she waited till after she gave birth. And waited a couple of weeks, and she wouldn't have had it done, which is understandable. But people that are like, I'm not having it. I've got a mate. He's anti-vax, anti-everything. He grows fucking mushrooms in his garden and goes foraging because fuck the government. They're all trying to kill us, and they're putting arsenic in your soup and shit like that. People like that, you're a bit. Look, if that's what you want to get on with, crack on. Don't bother me. But like, I had my injection, and he chewed my ass for like 2 hours. They've injected you with a disease. So did you have your BCG when you was at school? Yeah, well, there you go. Have you grown an extra limb? No. So I'm on a bit of a rant now, but it just annoys me.
They know everything they need to know right here.
Yeah.
My phone, if there's music playing, tell me what the fucking music is playing.
Right.
Here's
your recap from 2021.
Yeah. If you want to sit there and listen to my conversations and read my messages, crack on. All it's going to be is banter and shopping lists from the missus.
And across the pond chatting.
Yeah.
And our ridiculousness that we talk about.
So,
projects.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you got something to hide, does it really matter? As long as you're not taking your bank account details and taking a little bit of money. If you want to put it in, you crack on, put money in my account. I'm happy. But I think people have watched too many films, too many conspiracy theories.
They think it's real life.
Joe Biden's a reptile.
Let's blame it all on TikTok.
I think it goes a lot further than TikTok.
Yeah, it does, but
it's. Do you know what? At the end of the day, keep yourself safe and have a giggle.
Yeah.
My mate's a conspiracy theorist. He keeps his he's put all his books onto ebooks on a what they call them, the old hard drive things. He's got a Faraday box. He puts it all in there. So, well, how's that going to help you? Well, when all the electricity, I'm going to learn how to produce my own electricity. Okay, grows his own food. He's got books on how to build bunkers. Look, if that's what you're into, crack
You'd be on a federal watch list over here.
Right.
So, but it's another rabbit hole you get into. You listen to that one podcast of conspiracy, and then you're hooked. I still believe it. I believe in
rainwater tax. You can't collect rainwater here.
Oh, no, they put stuff in your rainwater.
Yeah, because it comes down from the sky.
What they call it chem streaming, isn't it?
Chemtrails.
That's the one. Oh, I know it all.
All right, let's get off the conspiracy theory, and I think it's about time we add some songs to our playlist.
Yeah.
So, chat, if you guys want to throw some songs out at us as we're adding ours, go for it, and we will pick one or two as we typically do. Who wants to start this off?
I'll start.
Cool. Angela goes first.
Okay, you guys ready? Mine are like super opposite ends of the spectrum. Okay, first one is Sandstorm, because everybody needs a little right now.
Isn't that Darude or something?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yep.
That was like the biggest thing in high school.
Some of us was after high school.
My freshman year, I think everybody was listening to Sandstorm.
And then I'm going to give a little nod to Texas band, which are also really good friends. The name of the band is Whiskey Dick, one word. It's heavy metal honky tonk. And they have a song called Blacktooth Grin, which we were talking about earlier. And it's a total tribute to Dime. So check out Whiskey Dick. They're awesome. And they do actually come over and they tour Europe sometimes too.
Ooh, I'll have to have a listen to that.
It's so funny. Like the guitarist, like the lead guitarist used to actually be the lead guitarist of my ex-husband when they were all in a band together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a heavy metal honky tonk. So
Kind of like that.
Just two guys.
Go on, Josh.
All right. So I got Wisconsin Death Trip by Static X.
Yes. R.I.P. Wayne Static.
And Dope Show, Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. I will
Sweet.
never be tired of Marilyn Manson. I want one of his original paintings so bad. So bad.
Right. I'm going for Walk by Pantera because we were talking about it.
Yeah.
And just because I listened to it the other day and I haven't listened to it since I was a kid, Wonder Boy by Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Wonder Boy.
We are all over the place tonight.
Well, as far as it looks on my end, Tribal Buddha is the only one that's awake. So
Right.
Suicidal Tendencies, Give It Revolution. I'll
Oh,
go ahead and put that in there too.
Sweet. Sorted. Cool.
Oh. Does anybody have anything else? Closing remarks, comments?
Well, a couple of updates, if you don't mind me taking over for a couple of minutes.
Go for it.
Cool. Right. We'll just remove him from the chat for a moment, don't you worry. Just be me and Angela. Yeah, the Cloud Cartel UK.com no longer exists. All gone. So if you want to order coils, it's cloudcartel.co.uk. That's cloudcartel.co.uk. No fucking order forms, none of that bullshit. You go straight to add to cart. You can all your credit cards are taken on their debit cards. Yeah, so that's that. That's it.
That was it.
That's the
Anything else? No. That's if you go on there, there's an advocacy page. All the advocacy groups in your country will be on there. Have a mooch around in there. Apart from that, make sure you go follow Anthony Romella, who made the intro to this show. Shuckenberg Media. As I am _Anthony Romella. Go give him a follow. Make sure you follow Angela. Make sure you follow Jedi. Make sure you follow Tribal Buddha. Everybody in chat. Sewer Rug. Mike Kirsch. Everybody. Just go. Be nice. And if I don't know if any of you have noticed, that in the ticker at the bottom, I've added, it's been on here since we moved over. I filled it full of words of wisdom from the Dalai Lama.
I love it.
I don't know if anyone else has noticed it, but Jimmy Jones is building the cabinet. But yeah, that's it from me. It's fucking nearly 2 a.m, so I'm done.
There's not much going on. Give us a couple of weeks, folks, as we will return. We've got some, because this is the end of season 1.
Oh,
Season 2 will be coming back. We've got some discussions to do and ideas and
the year to plan.
Yeah, what are we gonna do, and who are we gonna do it with? I don't have anything else for you. Thank you, everybody, for the happy birthdays. It means a lot. It's been a lot of fun. It's been an interesting birthday. I like things quiet, so eating pizza and watching a Disney movie was perfect.
Awesome.
17 more days until Disney. That's about it.
Sounds
all I got.
great.
Join Patreon. Give us money. Now I'm telling you what to do.
Fucking hell. That viewers just dropped from 12 to 6 since you said that.
That's not my fault. It's your smile.
I've got a beautiful smile.
That your mom keeps telling you have.
Yeah. I'm a fucking delight.
All right, everybody. Thanks for coming again. It still amazes me that after a year talking at a microphone, people still come back to listen to it and watch it.
We got to a point now where I don't fuck shit up anymore. It's taken a year.
Did you hit record? Anybody hit record?
It's pre-done, don't you worry.
Yeah.
Automated now. I don't even have to fucking touch it now. It's pre-done.
I do have, well, it's not really an announcement, but we do have a number of guests lined up that we just got to talk about and line up and, schedule them out. A couple of them are going to be some people that you know. Some of them are going to be people that you don't know. And that's how it is here, because it's just variety. We're going to start bringing in people from all different walks of life, different industries, different genres, backgrounds, everything. I think that's what season 2 is going to kick us into, is just constantly bring in new things to talk about. Not just our 3 smiling faces, but we'll bring in some others as well. Cool. Have a great night. Thanks for coming again. Happy New Year.
Oh, shit. Fuck me. See, I fucking ruined it. Potato already. Bye!